Hello everyone! I have a new deck for you today. I made a very competitive Praxis list, and then I whoopsied into a horrible, tragic monster. Let's pilot the monster and see what we can do. I need a Beacon of the Reach, and that's a Beacon of the Reach, baby! If you want to check out how to play this deck, you want to look at the deck video, because I am not explaining it again. I went into more detail than I maybe should have, but we'll see how this goes. This thing is an absolute disaster, and I love it. I have been playing a lot of games with it, slowly tweaking it over the weekend. Some of you may have even noticed me out there. I've noticed some of you, so... yeah, this is the list that a few people have asked me for. This is this thing. This is the monster. I'm ready to show it off, I think. The idea here is that we're going to get a Beacon of the Reach. We're playing 47 power. Should probably get to 50, but it's really hard. It's really hard. Alright, we bottom basically every power card that we see because we're going to see a lot of them. The idea is that we get Beacon of the Reach, but not just Beacon of the Reach. We don't want to just be playing random cards. I mean, it is actually pretty powerful. Getting random cards that replace themselves is actually a very strong effect. But, you know, we can't really just rely on that alone. So we're going to try and get Meditative Trance and Mask of Torment also, and that makes a pretty interesting little trifecta. We'll see if we can show it off here. Sorry, I'm having trouble concentrating. I have a cat that's nudging my hand. So if you hear any jingling, that's why. Crest of Glory does help us get Beacon. Basically, I recommend that you always take a non-land, because you're 99% of the time going to see just land. Well, power cards, sorry. Magic coming back up. But I think here, the exception that I said is that when we actually get it, so that we can play a Beacon of the Reach. And that's going to help us play Beacon of the Reach. Not this turn. Like, not the turn coming up. But, because I think we're going to need to slay that. But it will let us get it on turn 4, and we're gonna need to do that. If we decide not to slay this, the other move is to just play Meditative Trance first, and then Crest of Glory and Beacon on turn 4. I don't think I love that. I worry about Icaria, because that thing gets nasty, and it makes a lot of things in their hand nasty. I'm a little less inclined to kill it if they don't actually pop the ultimate here, but that seems unlikely. Or maybe likely? Because my opponent's not here, so... as much as I'm trying to fill dead space, I think that, okay. There we go. Yeah, that's the problem.
Face judgment.
I was like, I think they might not be here, and then, maybe they don't have that last power because they're actually just worried about how the game's going and decided to nope out. Well, I guess we Meditative Trance, because we don't really have to kill it yet. It's already done the damage. Meditative Trance will do a better job of negating that anyways. Yeah, and I might need to slay something like Moonstone Vanguard. Although, I'm really thinking I want Beacon... because otherwise I'm just going to be slaying every turn for the next two and not doing a whole lot. Ah, well. I kind of can't let that live. Hopefully they don't have answers the whole time. Also, speaking of answers, let's go seeking. I would love a Mask of Torment. And it would match up perfectly with this slay that I want to play. Or the Beacon, depending on how things go. Alright, non-power card. Mask of Torment, you say? How interesting. So this is starting to look like we might actually go off, which should be magnificent. I'm very worried that they have something like Safe Passage, not Safe Passage, Passions of Eons, and just wipe out all of our stuff. That's a bit of a problem, but less of a problem than you might think. Alright, this is cool. So we get to Mask of Torment, and then we can immediately draw another Mask of Torment. That's good. So that we can gain life and up that Mask of Torment. Now we have a... next turn, we're going to start really ramping. And we're still at 26 life, so... If we can kind of limit them a little bit from finding an answer to all of our relics in one turn, we might be just fine. Yeah, like, tell it's annoying, but we might be able to get out of this still. Okay. Here the tempting thing is to just Mask of Torment, take damage another turn. Oh god, okay, so currently they're hitting us for 15-19, huh? Ooh, that is cutting it too close. Because if I do not get something off of this beacon, then that's going to be real bad. So as much as I would love to do that to try and double power up, that's, yeah. Huh. Lumen Defense is interesting, actually. I mean, it's not good. But it does buy us a turn. Gives us another card. Like, I'm wondering about just playing the second beacon. I think we leave it and just Lumen Defense. I'm not super excited about the proposition, but I think that's what we do. I just really wish I could have gotten more... Non-Telic coming in. I wish I could have gotten more power off of this with Mask.
Keep them safe.
Alright, we take 4 because we really need to be able to play that. I don't want to end up on a dead end already. I mean, we do have the second beacon, which is insurance against that, but... Then if this misses, like, it's nice to have something stick around. Yep.
Back, coward.
That's not great, but... If we can just gain enough life here, it's not actually an issue, which is kind of wild. Like, we're really close to this just not mattering. I had somebody hit me with an Azindel for 4 turns unanswered, and I beat them with this deck, because this deck is dumb. But also, I mean, I got really lucky, and it's random. Let's see how it goes. Another Massacre. Wow, we are getting a lot of non-power cards. It's actually kind of bad almost for once. Because a lot of the times we might get a Cylix, we can just play it, gain life, draw a card off top, gain life. We can kind of do some things. Boy. Sure is a lot of things coming at us. I think I have time to do it this turn. Sadly, I'm going to just skip that. Okay. Sure. You never know. Does also draw us more cards, gains us more life, gives us more power. I guess if we can just live... Oh, did we play 2 spells? We only played 1, right? Oh... We might get something cheap off of this. No, but we are at 21. We're in a lot of trouble. If they have a way to kill off this 2-4, that could be an issue. A very big one. Thankfully, their colors aren't the best suited for that. They might also suspect that we have something because random, but it's, yeah, this is a problem. If we get back to our turn at this point and we're not dead, we win. Like, they have to either kill all of our stuff or kill us, or we just win next turn. I'm almost positive. Yeah. Well, let's see what they've got. They're taking their time, but to be fair, so are we. Our turns are very long with this deck. It requires a lot of thinking and also just a lot of playing. Like, you just have to put a lot of cards into play and choose targets and things, and that can take a long time. We might get like 4 or 5 cards in a row that all cost 1. Okay. I'm guessing now that they're just AFKing until... Yeah. So is this exactly enough? So that's 1621. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, it is exactly enough. That is disappointing. Really close, though. Really, really close. With 23 power, we can do a lot of things. Oh well, we got we might have wanted to actually hit off of that Seek Answers because we drew so many Mask of Torments. It would have been really nice if we could have drawn a Nothing Remains. Oh boy. I'd have given a lot for a Nothing Remains. That is the way this deck is built, though. It is a monstrosity, as I mentioned. I'm just going to show it real quick here, and then you can look at the deck tech and actually hear me talk about why I picked these cards. And 43 power. Let's go to game 2. Okay, game 2. So, this is an interesting one, because you might be tempted. You've got, okay, Mask, Torment, Calibrate. Oh, you can wipe the board. This can probably find something. This will not find anything. This will find power 90% of the time. You redraw this, we need Beacon. Don't be a dummy. There we go. We need a Beacon. We got a Beacon. Good to go. I can use 2 power. If we had Cobalt, Waystone, Fire Sigil, and Beacon of Reach, that would be a better hand, not a worse hand. We have a ton of power. The odds of us drawing power are 2 to 1 versus not drawing power. Like, it's just that simple. We will get it most of the time. So, it's not something that you need to worry about. Yeah, there we go. Mask of Torment. We have the 3. The thing that we need is green. Hello. Well, that's pretty cool. Although it does mean that we still can't play Beacon next turn. We can go Trance, then Mask, then Beacon. We can do a lot of things here. Let's go Trance. Normally I'd say we could Slay. Oh, if they have something to kill it. Okay. Whew. Although I don't really love them transposing either. I'm now just looking up at my opponent's stuff and realizing, wait a minute, is this maybe not that good for me? They seem like they're also on some shit, and if there's something that can give this deck a real run for its money, it's another deck that is doing some shit, because they'll probably have, like, a Passage of Eons in their deck, like, even main deck or market. I've been seeing that sometimes, and it is obnoxious. Yeah, that's not okay. That's unfortunate. Huh. I did have Send an Agent in here one time to get rid of those. That's gonna be an issue. I mean, we can still Beacon right now. It's not going to be that bad of an issue. It just can be, because if we get a bunch of spells, that's going to be a real problem. Also, we do give them a ton of life. Okay. I would not mind Plunder, actually. Rail Driver Trainee. Alright. Another Mask of Torment, you say. I could have grabbed a Beacon as, like, some insurance against them killing it, but I feel like they're gonna kill it. They're probably killing everything, and I just need to scoop. Like, they're probably just gonna passage us.
Try your luck.
Say Dick Rose? No. Disciplinary studies. Okay. Yeah, so they're trying to get us that way. We probably should pack a passage somewhere in here for this stuff, but it isn't common, and honestly should be less common than it is, probably. This thing is also kind of terrifying, because we should be able to murder them real fast with it. And even right now, if we were to just go Slay, and then we get to do 4 times? So go 3? You know? We wouldn't get to do it 4 times, what am I talking about? We'd get to do it 3 times. We're so close. We are so close. I mean, I think that I just pressure the hell out of him here anyways. I think that we just try and get them as much as we can. I'm gonna do a Rail Driver Trainee still. Use this twice. Ooh, that... Yeah, right. They're gonna be super expensive. What? Oh, once per turn? What am I thinking? I am such a dummy. Right. I could have maybe just played Mask. I am not thinking at all. I totally didn't read once per turn, because I thought, he's gonna have 30 mana. Me. This one. I am the one that would have the 1,000,000 mana.
Single spear leads the fight.
I think we still just do this. Okay. Thank you. That is extremely kind. Not going after our actual relics is huge for us. Do they realize that, or... Like, do they have a way to just kill all of them? They think their Arcane Restraint is good enough. Arcane Restraint is pretty obnoxious, I will give you that. We might just randomly hit something that gets rid of it, too. Yeah, that's annoying. Is that going to be for the mask? Yup. Okay, well, I still have another one, but it's a problem. Because that just gives them a lot of power. Especially with that... Oh god, our Arcane Restraint is really biting us, huh? Okay.
Friend.
Well. See, this is why we need to pack extras. Really need to get the Cobalt Waystone down and try and prevent some of these things happening to us. Let's go ahead with Seek Answers. I'm not sure exactly what I want here, but... Let's go for Shadows so we can get the Cylix online. I don't think we're gonna need a Saloon Massacre anytime soon, honestly. I think I'd rather keep the power cards for once. And now they have 1,000,000 power. At least they don't get to use it immediately, but it's bad. And they keep on top. Okay. Yep. At least we have the other one. God, I don't have anything to get closer to that. That's not going to help us. Could draw a card with this, but I'd rather just main Watchwing. Nope. Not what I need. Like I said, if there's a deck that can actually go toe-to-toe with some of the garbage we're doing, it's another deck that's trying to do its own garbage. And they're certainly doing it. I think I'd almost rather that they played a Passage of Eons. I could try and put a market in here. Yeah, there's their own Masks of Torment. I've played against a deck like this before. They're just trying for a total lockout. They'll try and get, Dicros Druid on us, too, a lot of the time. I don't know if they have it in theirs. It seems like maybe they don't. Seems like they should be beating the hell out of us, though, with that amount of power. I'm not sure what's in their hand. Maybe it's just all creature removal, but then you'd think, honestly, they just get rid of Maimed Watchwing. Why not? So we could go Cobalt Waystone and then do the other one, for what that's worth. I could actually send in with the Tormentor, which is not the worst idea. Can't do Breath, and we can't do Breath. So both of our beacons are currently offline. Great. Let's go with a Seek Answers as our first thing. Ooh, they have some counter magic. I see. That's what's happening. They're going to protect that. They're going to protect the Arcane Restraint on us and their masks by just countering something like a Passage. Which, fair enough, that'll be pretty good. Definitely get rid of that. the treasure trove? Yeah. A treasure trove that costs 4 is not what I want to be playing here. And where does the hammer drop? Because we are about to get wrecked, I think. Sure. I mean, that's bad. It's certainly not game-ending bad, but it's not good.
Try your luck.
See, like, here's where they're gonna start doing draw 7s and hitting us with this, yeah. I don't think that that's gonna be a big issue, honestly. If they go for damage, I'm less worried than if they just try and Dick-Rose ruin us to death. Like, traditional damage, anyways. No. Have not yet found another beacon. Oh, hello. Oh, you, right on time. Thank you. Alright, perfect. That will also work with Dragon Breath and such. Although, Arcane Restraint makes that pretty awkward. That is also something. Okay, now we need to start hurrying up our plays. They're gaining so much life off of us doing this. Oh, hello. Why, how interesting. Sure, why not? I mean, there's some reasons now we can't play this. But it seems pretty okay. Also, this is kind of useful to save for next turn so we can Renown with, like, Dragon Breath. So I could just go here and then have that kill there. There's a lot of things I can do here. I see. What do you have? Maybe like an Eileen's Choice. Well, that wouldn't kill that, no, so can't... Oh, right, Dick-Rose. Ah, God. Well, that's fine. I'll have that die anyway. I know that it'll make 1/1s out of their Void, but whatever. At least then it's not hitting me every turn 3. I think I can deal with them generating a ton of 1/1s better than I can anything else.
Learn their fears.
Ah, now they're learning. Yeah, that's a problem. The actual thing they needed to hit. They figured it out. That's not great for us, but we'll see what we can do. When they killed the Telet, that was great for us. That was real good news. Now that they're actually targeting things that matter, like Trance, uh-oh. They have learned. Sure.
This ends now.
Like, we figure a lot of their cards in their hand are like that. So I'm not worried about them, like, getting aboard of Spitelings and slowly killing us. We're at 56. They're gonna have a bigger swing than that. And it's probably coming right here. That's pretty bad for us.
Time is far from ended.
Honestly, shuffling ours back in might be the better thing to do. We get a bunch of random garbage. I don't know that we want that. Yeah, that's real bad. We can just scoop from there. Well, I guess we can still draw another beacon, can't we? We have one more. And honestly, another beacon might just mean that we get into another, like, Lumen Reclaimer kind of card for ourselves, so why not? Now we're staying even with Dick-Rose. I hate that we powered them to do this. Burglarize. Because this is what we need to be doing. It's a very dumb game.
I am free.
Nice. Anyways, it's gone again. Bye. Okay. I'd rather have the sea cancers than the Calibrate to try and hit something. And opponent is letting us have this. Okay, that's unfortunate. I do feel like our opponent should probably counter that though if they have the chance. I'm not sure that's exactly what it's waiting for. It may just be another sentient agent, which would be bad. They have another one, just kill this Meditative Trance. I'm not happy, that's for sure. I wonder, if we get the cards back into our deck, would they be linked to Beacon? Because they still haven't been... Yeah, like the latest card, like I wonder. It'd still be the latest card, right?
I am free.
Yeah.
I am
Yup. Just gonna keep having to do this, I guess. I'm hoping that a lot of their hand is like harsh rule kind of cards, and they don't really want to play them because of this, so I might still have a chance to get back in. If I can just get my beacon. Maybe? Random cards can be anything. Hey, another chance at beacon, thank you. I mean, I know this also powers them, but I think beacon's my only way out, and I wouldn't have hit it as it turns out. Oh my goodness, I'm still not hitting it. That's pretty bad. I mean, it is the final beacon, so it makes sense we're having a little trouble finding it, but yeah, alright. Sure. Do they have another one?
Step up
They
and
might.
try your luck.
And the I meant more, another draw 7. And beacon? No. Alright. And my turn. Maybe. God, yeah, they did not have a lot of harsh rules. They'd have very much lost to an aggro deck this game. Ooh, boy.
Fresh kills make the best pelts.
Unfortunately, they are kind of tailor-built to prey exactly on me, huh? Yeah.
Learn their fears.
Fair enough. We still have 81 mana. Man, yikes. Well, gonna have to play that. Let's see what we get. Not a beacon. That means that we are out of this game. Heck of a try. Interesting that we ran into this exactly, but you know, what do you do? Listen, it's funny to see two total monstrosity decks happen to bump into each other. A deck that would probably lose against most other things, like this one does, and just see which one comes out on top in which situations. Like I said, I have tanked hits from Azendel for multiple turns, and that's not exactly a meta deck either. They were doing some garbage, but I just had better garbage. That time, I did not. Alright, let's jump into game number 3. Nice, we have a beacon right off the bat. That's exactly what we need. So we will keep this hand. Our hands have been pretty decent. We haven't gotten super lucky on our beacon hits, but, you know, it's not like we've been super bad either. We had some tight games. It's been close. We've almost been going off, but just not quite. Yeah, let's bottom that. Next turn, we can play Cylix and Calibrate. We have most of the colors that we need. I could get a safety beacon, but I think I'd rather have first mask. Beacon can win a game on its own, by the way. Like, it is by far the most important piece of this.
Many secrets.
Ah, I see. That means they know the power of relics, which means they probably have a lot of relic hate. Put it this way, when I play decks that are full of things like Lethrai, Courtier, I play a lot of relic hate because I am thinking about relics. So I imagine my opponent might. Thinking about maybe I should have just slayed that Courtier, but I mean, you never know what is Beacon gonna give me. Maybe it's a slay. Maybe, like one game, it's my own Courtier, which was real nice, let me tell ya. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it now. I feel like I got lucky last turn they didn't have something. I'd love to play Mask, I'd love to play Steel Golem and draw more cards, but I just kinda don't want them to have Courtier. It's too dangerous. It's way too dangerous. Draconic looting with one power left. Did they even play their power card this turn? I think they did. What is this deck? Were they trying to inscribe it? Or they need Arcanum Hourglass, maybe? They just want to discard as many power cards as they can, so they don't mind? Lots of ones. Okay. Maybe they rely really hard on Courtier. Okay, this is... There is something happening here. I don't know what it is, but I am intrigued. It's been a while since I've played Eternal, so... Some of these things I've forgotten. What is happening here? I shouldn't have played that fast. Who knows what I could have gotten off of this. Now, seeking answers into seeking answers is kind of the worst. It happens. It's not great. You just deal with it, but it's not great. Alright, longbow is a thing. Does mean that I have to actually protect these. I need one of them to live. Okay. This is probably the info. Yeah, okay. Means to an end. This looks like means to an end. But, like, so they're attacking with all this. Do I care about that? I just actually want this to happen, which is unfortunate. Did we just hit double beacon? Okay, at least it was 1-0 remains. Oof. Losing the bottom 4 and having to be that important seems kind of bad. Really need a trance. I can't get hold up anyways. Okay, I'm gonna seek answers, try and hit the trance. That is not trance. Worse, it means that I can't Unseen Longbow and Calibrate. I want to see what the next card is. Oh, it does quick draw. Oh my, I should have put it on this then. I'm not thinking. And Lucky Prospector is something. It is cheap and gets me into another thing. What is happening? Like, I feel like they shouldn't be trying to win with damage, but also... Here they come? Just give it to me, please. Damn. Really need that trance. I might just want something that looks deeper. No, I still want Massacre Torment. Let's go for the Seek Answers. Slay. It's not bad. It's not great. This steals the 6, right? Their remaining power. Does that add over? I think so. Well, let's go. See what I actually have to work with here. 9. Alright.
Would you look at that?
What do we get? Ancient Excavator. Not the most useful because I don't have a trance in there. Really nice to have as backup. Alright, let's get Excavator. Bloodlust. Sure. Alright, I mean, we've got something going here. As I said before, Beacon of the Reach can just win the game on its own. Like, you make sure that you hit your power drop every turn. That's what this deck does. I feel like we're about to be comboed out, but also they're just attacking us, so I'm kind of worried here. Does that? I was gonna say, is that just a Jotun? All right, I mean that does a thing here. Yeah. Is this just a beatdown deck? What is this deck? I feel like it needs to have a means to an end and try and mill itself, right? Like that's gotta be the ultimate plan. I haven't seen a means. And I mean, maybe that just means they've been kind of screwed. They've certainly been trying to look through their deck. Yeah, they're just trying to mill. I'm just gonna take it. Like, that's the thing. It's only 2. Sacrifice another unit? Yeah. Okay, I really want to slay this, I think. I don't want them having that. Go at 18. Don't get anything to pump this, unless I find, like, a finest hour off of this, but that's not something I should rely on. Let's do those. Yep. Calibrate. Very fast, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna kill that. Cheering section. Okay. That might be bad for us, because I think they might have a way to get it back. There's something. Yup. Yup. So when somebody discards a card, I remember some of this combo. I don't remember exactly how all of it ends up working. They might have the answer now. Okay, so they get the 0/1 because they discard. They want more things to die. So we're just gonna let this happen. As much as that sucks. Okay. God, I wish we had the trance.
From any distance.
That's a little bit of a dead end for now. Like I said, you can get stymied on the power, for sure. Speaking of game... Hello, hi. It's your friend Elysian talking. Can you be nicer? Can you be nicer to me? That'd be good. Oh, these games are so close, we just can't quite get there. Amazing. Problem is, we actually do need to worry about our life total beyond just their combo. Yeah. And they'll block. I mean, we're gonna have to block on their turn anyway. Do you have it? Let's go to this. They get a lot of power off of this. The cheering section. Yeah. Sacrifice 1. Build more.
The forest holds many secrets.
And shrine. There we go. Okay. That is certainly one way to go for it. And that will be enough to finish me. Yeah. mean, that's the most we can block, and it is more than enough to kill us. Close games. We've been very, very close. Got a little stymied on some of the RNG. That's what happens. It's what this deck's all about. A Meditative Trance would have easily won us that game, though, so it's rough that that's the one where we didn't get it. You know, we haven't won many games, but we have had some awesome games. We've had a lot of interaction, and it's been a lot of fun anyway. I would love for this thing to really go off, but I can't complain about these games. These have been real good. We've gotten to see some opponents doing some things, like playing 143 cards. My known nemesis, my predator. The one thing that ruins me, the consistency and power of 150 card decks. Because oh boy, do they ever. Shouldn't be possible, but it sure is. We've got the full combo, we need the Justice to actually get the beacon. Also, the Slay, which would be nice. The Slay, which would be nice. We do have a lot of ways to get Justice. Hopefully one of them shows up right away. Like now. Not now. Okay. Soon. Very soon, I'm sure. We have a bit of time. Trance will buy us a little bit of time. Oh, that scared me. I have... They're just in shadow, so it can't... Well, that's pretty bad. I was gonna say it can't be that... Oh! Well, thank you. I was gonna say, that's pretty bad. I was like, oh, it's shadow. They're targeting us. It can't be as bad as just killing the thing. Nice. Love to get Beacon down this turn, but I'm gonna get down the Mask first. I know that's a little wild, but I need the extra power. I need it right away. We can take another hit.
What do you think you're doing? The battlefield's
You know a really cool card that's in our deck? Saloon Massacre. Like, if we could just pop that bad boy off. Okay. Well, that is mildly unfortunate. And it looks like we're dead. But we'll see where the day brings us. I'll let them have the victory. That's, yeah, exactly enough, huh?
You come back here.
We are just, like, consistently one turn behind, just going off. Alright, let's go for game 5. It's been so close. If we could just get a little faster, have our opponents just be a little slower. Alright, well, that's how it is. Alright, game 5. We do not have a beacon. What have we learned? Always keep a beacon. We will redraw because you always keep a beacon. There are no beacons to be found. That's a very unfortunate thing for us. Well, let's see how it turns out. Probably not great. We can hit it off of Seek Answers, so that's always a thing. I mean, we'll just have to see what happens here. Rat Cage is scary off the start, just because it means they're starting off with a fair bit of damage. I really would love that for the Nothing Remains to actually be played, but we will always draw more power. We will not draw more beacons. It sucks, because it also gives us Primal, which is one of the colors that we don't have quite as much of. Like, Primal and Fire are a little bit lessened, so that we can steer our deck towards the colors that we're actually playing. But, of course, we need them for Beacon, so even if we draw Beacon now, it might have been something that we need to have, that Primal. It's a tough one to give up. Let's see what our opponent does. Tome of Horrors? Is it going to be that kind of deck?
Then Ryan nurtures us.
Golden Ambassador. This actually looks like my last deck. Well, things are looking a little bit better. Not great, but better. I really am gonna try and drill it into my skull this game. Ooh, that I actually think we bought him. But, like, we always value power over non-power, and I'm like, or non-power over power, because I'm sitting here going, like, the Seek answer is like, should I use that to get power? No. No, I should not. Maybe I get screwed on this, but the odds are generally in the favor that I am definitely going to need Seek answers for something else over for another power for Beacon of the Reach. Yeah, this is just my deck from last time that I did a video. Amazing. Well, that might just kick my ass. That's a problem. Well, hello. That is nice to see. I am going to go ahead and seek answers. God, I am really tempted to do it now to get the Nothing Remains online, but there's no telling what power I get. I mean, if I can get the Meditative Trance, that would have been just as good as getting Nothing Remains online. Does give us another Justice for Nothing Remains. It's not Meditative Trance. I can always draw another Justice. I can always draw another Shadow. I cannot draw another Meditative. I cannot draw another Meditative Trance. That's a likely thing that's not going to happen. Okay. Oh, it's hard. It's really hard to do this sometimes, this deck. Yeah, I mean, that's obnoxious, but we do have a spare Nothing Remains right now. That's a new one. But yeah, this is really close to the deck that we played last week and debuted. I played a lot of that deck on Ranked. I wouldn't be surprised if people just kind of have iterated across things without ever seeing that video, even. We could go ahead and play Mask. I think I'd rather Beacon, get Cylix down. We have another Beacon. We have a spare. Game. Please. I mean, if we get a Justice now, we have something. I honestly might just discard this Novaquake Titan. I can always get another power card. We already have fire anyways, it's fine. Gotta remember, it's not like I'm gonna get stuck on power. The odds that I draw power are exceptionally high. Love it if it was Justice. That would help me a lot. It was not. Okay, well, let's see what I do get. Record Keeper. It is much better than Novaquake, so at least there's that. But we are, in fact, dead again, so it's been a fun time. But we are out. Could have used that last Justice. It's an unfortunate thing. We've been, like, just on that edge of winning a game. I'm gonna try and do another one just because of that. We're gonna go until we win here real quick. Because we have won quite a few games with this thing. I've gone through a lot of real streaks with it, though. When we first played it, I got a ton of wins. And then I went through a bunch of losses. And then I got like, okay, yeah. Doing good again. And then there's this. So we'll see how things go. When I first grabbed it, I had something like 8 or 9 wins in a row. And I felt so good. And it's been so random since then. I don't know if I need to go back a build or what. Alright, here is game number 6. We have a Beacon. Let's see what we can do. Saloon Massacre should buy us some time. We know that this person was on the 150 card Shadow deck. So that's actually a good sign for us, too. Let's lead with some Shadow. And yeah, this time it fixes for both Saloon Massacre and the Beacon. I think I have to keep that one. Well, here's the thing. You're gonna be frustrated by that, friend. Although, a shakedown or a sabotage would be pretty unfortunate. There's always the chance they go for the mask. I have definitely seen it happen. It makes sense, like, you don't really know what I'm running yet, necessarily. I think this person does, because they did play against us earlier. But I can definitely understand a random person just not knowing which one to grab. I might just mask here. I like having more power to work with rather than less. Mask sets that up a little bit better. Ooh, Nightfall, huh? Well, let's beacon. Don't need to play a power yet. I want to see what I might need for this. Because you never know when we just happen to get, like, Flamestoker, and I need triple fire. Just as an example. Huh. Well, you know, that might be an okay card for us to have. So live by the random, die by the random. I don't care about Pony Snatcher. What am I doing? Took me a moment to realize, like, wait a minute, I don't have a market. Whatever, do your worst. This is a Goofum deck. Normally that thing is extremely obnoxious, but yeah, I don't care. What's it doing here? Absolutely nothing. Okay, Battlemaster Kitaxius. Got a slave for something that might deal some more damage. Or we can just Saloon Massacre. Certainly a thing that we can do. Alright, yeah, let's start off with the Massacre. Can I get something good?
I've got the perfect thing!
Headsman's Axe. Okay. I mean, it's certainly not exciting. It's not good. It's even a little bit of a problem, because if they happen to wipe out our board at some point, can't Headsman's, but I think them wiping out our board isn't super likely.
As Steyr predicted.
We'll see. Certainly 150 card Shadow, they probably have some Fall to Ruins. Odds that they're in their hand, it shouldn't be that high, but it is me playing, so we'll see. Nihil Draconis. You got it, friend. Well, let's see if this sticks. We'll play the Argenport Cylix first, so we can go ahead and get Xenan Cylix online. You have to pay attention a lot to what power cards you're putting out in this deck. That's not a problem. And now we're in overdrive. Got it. Okay. I really just want to play cards, but also I guess I can just attack. That will also give me a bunch of random things to do and gain me life off of Meditative Trance. Nice. I'd like to draw another card. Sucks that we're not playing the random cards, but you know what? I think I'll deal with it. Hey, weird! Our opponent left. Come back! Please! We weren't done! I should have just slayed and actually attacked with the Zindel too, but, you know, felt a little unnecessary. And that's the difference of getting a couple of really good hits and a slightly slower opponent does with this deck. Because if they stumble... We didn't have opponents that stumbled before this is the thing. Because we've been able to pretty consistently get the setup. If they can't interact with us right away, and if they stumble a little bit, then we can be pretty consistent in getting that. I'd love to get it a turn down. Maybe we need to, like, play something else like Initiates that can maybe ramp us faster. Maybe get Power Stone, because Initiate's gonna die. I don't know. I mean, Initiate also gives us something to put some weapons on. There's a lot of thinking that can be put into doing a lot of mix-ups on this deck. And we could also try and do it in a way where, like, we run way less power and we just try and draw Beacon through, like, strategizes and play a more normal deck. I think that that's more... I actually think that's the wrong direction to take this. I also think it's more boring, which is the wrong direction to take this. But this deck is a blast when it works, and sometimes even when it doesn't, because I had a lot of fun with these games, and hopefully you did too. Thank you for sticking around. That's 6 games. I'm not going to do any more for some extra wins. Not on this recording, anyway. I might be grabbing my phone in a minute, because I've just been having a lot of fun. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you all for being here. If you like the channel, those likes and follows and subscribes and whatever really do help out a lot. You can check me out on Twitch, all that good stuff. We have podcasts. We have tons of different things that we do. We have a Discord. You can look at it all down below. I'll try and be putting up some videos that are not just exclusively Eternal again soon. And, yeah, thank you all for sticking around, and have a good new year.